Paul Vasquez with Tax Lab. We help people save tens of thousands of dollars in taxes, and you can too. As the tax season comes to a close, we've got some extensions to do. However, I also wanted to take a moment to talk to you guys about tax advisory services. So there's kind of the difference between trying to fit your year into the rules, or in the opposite way, create a plan for your life, for your taxes, for your finances that fit into the tax code. So that is what we call tax planning. Going back in the past and trying to pretend that you did something the way you should is more like tax evasion and tax fraud, right? Is that you're pretending that something happened that didn't really happen. So we want to get away from all that, of course, and what we want to do is create a plan that sets you up for saving as much in taxes as possible and opening up avenues of additional wealth for you. So how we do this is, first we set up for a client interview. And in that client interview, we kind of sit down and see if the service is a good match for you or not. Some things that might not be a good fit for some people is that I charge for my service. And so if you can't afford to pay for it, what you do is you follow these videos in which I give out a little bit tidbits of free advice that maybe you might be able to apply on your own. But that's kind of where you're up to, where you have to put in time and effort to learn some of the things that I've learned so you can apply that to your own life. That's the only way to do it for free, is to keep following these videos and then trying to learn more yourself. However, if there's going to be enough tax savings to warrant the tax advisory services, it would be definitely in your interest, of course, at that point to do tax advisory services. And what's going to happen is, once we have that initial consult where we kind of figure out whether or not there's going to be enough tax savings, if there's avenues and things that can be applied to your life, we just kind of sit down and see if you're in that stage of life where it makes sense. If you don't absolutely hate me after that client interview, and we think we can be friends, then we can continue on with the tax advisory services, and I'll send you out an invoice for the comprehensive consultation. After you pay that invoice, then me and my team, we get to work. We start asking you a bunch of questions. We start requesting a bunch of data, a bunch of paperwork, because a comprehensive consultation, to put that plan into place, to create that plan, we need to know what's going on in your life. It's not sufficient that we just know the rules and tell you what to do. We want to take what's happening in your life and apply the rules, so that way you get the most out of the tax code, so that way you set up avenues for gaining wealth and prosperity in the United States. After we gather up all that information, after we create the plan, we sit down, we review the plan with you. At that point, we'll be setting up that plan. There's going to be other things in that plan, some things which maybe we don't even do, but we can help line you up with the right professionals that do those types of things, that help put the plan into place. There's also things that maybe we discover that you need in addition to just consulting, just the consulting part of that, just helping you keep on track. There might be other things that you need on top of that, which required time and expertise. We'll be outlining those processes and any prices that we might charge to run those areas. And of course, you could always go out and try to find someone to do that for you at the adequate level. After we've got that plan set out, after you see that, after you know how it's going to apply to your life and what the next steps are that you need to take, we're going to set up quarterly reviews where we're going to have that phone conversation again, or that video chat, where we say, okay, these are the tasks that needed to get done, that we set to get done in this first quarter, in the next 3 months. Where are you now? Where are we now? Has anything changed in your life? What do we need to do to get us on track, to keep us on track? And what do we do next? And we set that next set of goals to help you apply the plan that's been created for you. Because it's not sufficient to just know the plan. We have to be able to work the plan. We have to do what the plan says so that way we can get the benefits of it. Because I can give people plans all day long, but if it can't be applied, then we're spinning our wheels here. And I want you to get the full value out of the service. And that additional follow-up comes with a monthly contract where you're paying for that review every quarter, because we have to do our part of keeping track of what's going on in your life, and correlating the data, researching any rules that might apply to your tax situation, and then of course the time it takes to explain that and to follow up with you. Now that's just kind of the step one into how to use professionals like us to accelerate and to improve your tax and financial life. If you think you might be somebody who could benefit from tax planning, benefit from that comprehensive plan for your financial life, then go ahead and submit that request to get a call. To be in that call with us. I'm probably going to be postponing most of those until after the 15th of April. But go ahead and take a look at lab.tax. Go to our advisory services section, read through that. This isn't just for people who are currently employed. This could also be for retired people. We do have a lot that I think is left unplanned when it comes to succession, when it comes to retirement, when it comes to transitioning from one stage of life to another. That's just a little explanation of our tax advisory services and how it functions and how it can kind of lead into any of the other services that we provide.